Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking you through some of my empties. So the last one I put up, I asked you all whether you wanted to carry on seeing these because I wasn't sure how they were going down and whether you find them that interesting, and the majority of you said that you really enjoy them and find them interesting and useful. So I thought I would carry on saving my rubbish to show you all. I'm going to go in no particular order, just as I always do. It doesn't feel like it's been that long since I last filmed an empties, but I had so many products that were kind of ready to be used up that I guess it's built up again. So I'm just going to go straight in, and some of them aren't actually all that empty. So this one, for example, has still got a little bit still in there, and this is the VO5 High Volume Hairspray. Now, I bought this when I was going through a hairspray phase, and I don't actually use hairspray anymore at all. So I just decided to get rid of it. I've had it for ages and ages and ages. It's nothing that's particularly brilliant. I did enjoy using it when I did use it, but I'm just not getting my use out of it, and it's such a big bottle, it was taking so much room up in my drawer, and I don't use it, so I decided to get rid of that one. It doesn't really class as an empty, but I'm going to throw it away, so I thought I'd share it with you anyway. Next, I've got a couple of deodorants, and the first one is a Shore Bright Bouquet one, and this I think is featured in every single empties I've ever done. This has been the deodorant that I've used for a really long time. I just found it wasn't really giving me what I wanted. It wasn't lasting as long as I needed it to, and I don't know, I felt like a bit of a change. So I tried a couple of different ones before I repurchased this one. I do really like this scent, it just wasn't working as well as I'd like. The first one that I tried was the Mitchum Women 48 Hour Shower Fresh deodorant. Now, this one lasts longer. Everyone talks about this, and I do have to say it lasted a lot longer than the Shore one did. I definitely felt like I didn't need to reapply it and felt comfortable and everything. But, and this is quite a big but, it smells like weed, like marijuana. I don't know whether it's just this fragrance or whether I got an unlucky bottle. Every time I would spray it, it smelled like weed. I would spray it and I couldn't smell it because I'd have to leave the room, it smelled that bad. I don't want to go around smelling of weed, if I'm honest. Then I moved on to Dove because I thought, it's an oldie, it's a goodie. This one was the Pomegranate and Lemon Verbena scent, or Verbera scent, and this is the Go Fresh range. Again, it's compressed, and I really liked this. I've got a different one at the moment, it's a different scent, but this one kind of ticks all of the boxes. So I'm going to stick with Dove for a little while longer, see how we get on. I did really like it. If any of you can recommend a deodorant, let me know. I've been thinking about whether to get away from the spray cans as well, the aerosols, because like when I spray it, I have to move where I sprayed it from because I can't breathe, and it's just like an everyday occurrence, whereas obviously you don't get that with roll-on ones. So let me know if any of you can recommend a deodorant. Another product that isn't quite empty but is very, very old, and I did use quite a lot of it. This is the Soap and Glory Peaches and Clean Deep Cleansing Milk, and I decided to get rid of this because I've had it in my shower for a really long time and just wasn't using it. It's definitely past its sell-by now. This I did like, but I liked it as a product, but I don't really like a cleansing milk to take off my makeup. I would use it in the shower in the mornings to kind of refresh my face and take off anything that was still left on from the night before, get rid of any sleep and just that kind of bed skin that you have when you wake up in the morning. It smells nice, it's a cleansing milk and I can't get used to it, and I also found that it stung my eyes quite badly. So whether that was because I just had it open for too long, I'm not sure, but for a good while it stung my eyes, so I wouldn't repurchase this one, but it is a cleansing milk, so that's got more to do with it than the actual product, if that makes sense. I'm finally getting rid of this Tangle Teaser. I've used this to death. It's all crooked and completely like not to be used as a brush anymore. I definitely had my use out of this. I recently used a wet brush, and I've literally got it over there because I'm going to feature in a disappointing products video or post, and I just would never stray from a Tangle Teaser again. And I've recently started using a new one, and the difference between using a new one and an old one is amazing. So I'm going to say bye bye to this very nicely coloured one. I've got quite a few mascaras to talk through, 3 in fact, and one of them I'm getting rid of because I didn't use it that often. It's definitely past its sell-by date. The other 2 I used and really actually enjoyed. So the first one is by L'Oreal, and this is their False Lash Sculpt Mascara. This one I would tend to go to during the day if I didn't want anything that was going to be too over the top, something really easy to apply. I wouldn't say it gave the look of false lashes at all. I don't think I'd repurchase it, but it did the job for an everyday mascara. Something that gave a little bit more effect was the Tarte Gifted mascara. Again, I don't know whether I'd repurchase this. It is more on the pricey side, and there are other mascaras by Tarte that I would rather buy again. And then the last one is by number 7. This is their Stay Perfect Long Lasting Volume. Now, I got this because I'd heard it was meant to be good for lower lashes. I just never reached for it. I really like the Benefit Roller Lash and also the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara and the MAC Play something mascara, I can't remember what it's called, rather than using this, and I just never reached for it. I'm not really a fan of number 7 products anymore, and I think that tainted it for me, and I just never used it really. A big old skincare bottle, an oldie but a favourite. This is Bioderma. It's now available in the UK, it has been for a little while. I love this stuff. It's no fuss. It doesn't have a scent, it doesn't sting, it just takes makeup off, leaves my skin feeling cleaner. I would still obviously cleanse after using this to remove my makeup, but it does what you need it to. So really like this micellar water. And then I've definitely featured something like this before. This is the Gillette Satin Care Olay Violet Swirl Shaving Gel. I only buy the fancy ones when they're on offer, otherwise I just use like Boot Zone. This one was on offer and I did actually really like it. It was more moisturising than other ones that I've used, so it definitely is a little bit different to just the standard ones, and I would buy this again, but only when it's on offer, because otherwise they're just so expensive for what they are compared to other ones that you can get that are like half the price. I've actually got a perfume to share with you, and this one is Flower Bomb by Viktor and Rolf. I love this. It's probably one of the first perfumes that I've completely used up and didn't mind using up. Usually when I get to the end of a bottle of a perfume I'm just bored of it, but I love this. I don't think I'd ever get bored of this scent. It's something quite sophisticated and it's just really, really lovely. So if you've not tried this yet, I definitely recommend giving it a smell and seeing if you like it, because it is a very, very nice perfume. This one is a shampoo by Carrez, and it is the Almond and Linseed. Please say you're a shampoo. Yeah, I thought I'd been using it as a shampoo when it's actually a body wash, but it is a shampoo. This is the Almond and Linseed scent. I got this when I was in Greece last year, and I love the Carrez shower gels and like body lotions and stuff like that. I don't know whether I'd buy their shampoo and conditioners again. This says that it was for dry hair, but I honestly don't feel like it did that much. I've got a little mini Water Comfort One Step Cleanser from Clarins. I really like this. I took this to Berlin with me as my kind of makeup remover. It's very, very gentle. It smells really nice, and apart from Bioderma and then the Garnier Micellar Water, there hasn't really been anything that I've really enjoyed using. Apart from this, it is a really nice one and very sensitive, so if you can afford to kind of spend a little bit more, or you get the opportunity to have a little mini or a tester like this, it definitely is worth a try, because it did the job and it made my skin feel really nice and refreshed. I've got a shower gel here from the Body Shop, and this is in the scent British Rose. I really enjoyed this. I love the Body Shop's bath products. It was nice. It wasn't too overpowering, the scent, but it was just nicely scented enough, if that makes sense. I don't tend to normally like rose scented products, but this was subtle enough to kind of really enjoy it, and it did the job. I really liked this. I don't know whether I'd buy it again, just because there are other scents that I prefer, but I did really like it. I've got a few concealers, and the first one is the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Eraser Eye Concealer. I absolutely love this stuff. It gets rid of bags, blemishes, redness, everything. It could be a little bit more hygienic in the way that it's packaged, because it got really gross towards the end. I don't know if you can see the inside of the lid, but I love that you can get all of the product out. Like, there's literally nothing left. Whereas in some, like the ones like the doe foot applicator ones that I'm going to show you in a minute, it's really difficult to get all the product out. So this is like my 3rd tube of this. I would definitely buy it again, and it's one of my favourite concealers ever. Another one of my favourites is the Clarins Instant Concealer, and I wear the shade 01. This stuff has lasted forever and I'm obsessed with it. It's so amazing. I love the texture of this, the pigmentation, the way that it brightens up my under eyes so well. It lasts throughout the day. I can't rave about this concealer enough. This is my #1 favourite ever concealer. One that I'm getting rid of that I do really like, but it's completely the wrong shade for me. This is Revlon Colour Stay in the shade 03 Light Medium. It's too dark, it's got more of like a yellow undertone, and I do like it. I feel like I need quite a lot to build up the coverage that I want, but as I say, this is the wrong colour, so I'm getting rid of it for that reason. Moving on to brow products, I've got a couple of pencils, and the first one is my Soap and... I've just done it again. I keep making my box go to this, and it's really hard to like open it up again and unravel. Please, please. It's because I'm leaning on it, isn't it? Oh, oh. There we go. Okay, please don't do it again. I use this all the time. It's my... If I want something that I know is going to work, that's the right colour, I pick up this. I think I'm the shade Hot Chocolate. It's completely been used all up. I've wanted to repurchase this already, but they're so hard to get hold of. So at the moment I'm not using a pencil because it's the only one that I really like. This one is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and I'm getting rid of this because it's the wrong shade. I have used quite a lot of it, but it's too light for me, and it just makes my eyebrows look a little bit ridiculous. I would recommend it, and if I can ever get my hands on the darker colour, which again, it sells out really quickly. I think it's Espresso. This one is chocolate, but I definitely needed the darker one, so I'm going to get rid of that and start again. And then I've also got a Benefit Gimme Brow, which you can see how old it is. It's in the old packaging. I really, really like this. It's one of those brow products that you know is going to work. It adds pigment, adds texture by adding the pigment, and like it makes your brows look a little bit fuller, and it keeps them in place all day. So I really do like this, and I've already got another one of those. This is another disappointing product, and that's really the reason why it's in my bin basically. This is the Clarins Instant Light Lip Comfort Oil, and I got the shade number 2, which is Raspberry. These were buzzed about so much on YouTube and people's blogs a couple of years ago, and you can see I've like hardly used this at all. It just felt greasy. I didn't like the smell or the scent. I didn't feel like it did anything. I'd rather just spend £2 on a tub of Vaseline. This is just so not worth it, and I'm just really disappointed in myself that I spent so much money on something that's so bad. Two last products, a little bit miscellaneous. The first one is by Lottie London, and this is the Soap Star Solid Brush Cleanser. I wrote a blog post on this. It's a massive dupe for the Beauty Blender one, and it works just as well. The idea is in here you get a little solid soap with kind of like a sponge underneath it. You swirl your brush around to clean it, rinse it under a tap, and it's clean. Really good for beauty blenders, and it was like £4 or £5, and the Beauty Blender is definitely more than double that. So would definitely recommend this one. And then last but not least is the In Transit Camera Close-Up by This Works. I think this is my second tube of this that I've gone through. You probably all know how much I love this stuff. I use it all the time. It's just something that if I've not got a lot of time in the morning, I can throw this on, and it works as a primer and a moisturiser, so I can put makeup on straight away. I don't need to wait for my moisturiser to sink in, and it's apparently one of Victoria Beckham's favourite products. So I do really like it. It's about £30. I'm looking for different alternatives now because I'm just a bit bored of repurchasing it and using it all the time, if I'm honest. So I'm trying to like switch things up a little bit. So they are all the empties that I've gathered up to show you this time. Let me know if you want me to continue doing these. I do really enjoy them. I feel like I give you a little bit of feedback. You always see me doing hauls and buying stuff maybe on Instagram and things like that, but I never really get to give you feedback on what the product's like once I've used them. I do really enjoy filming these videos. I hope you've all had a lovely day, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye!